Why do they get up and leave? Why do they get up and leave? Tell you they love you, then get up and leave.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the episode of the NBA Recap. Yes, sir. Back giving another video, back giving another episode, and today we're gonna talk about the games that went on yesterday. What went on? What seemed interesting to me? I did watch a lot of these games that went on yesterday. Obviously I had the time to because I didn't have that much homework. Especially because I'm a senior, I don't really get that much homework. But at the end of the day, I still gotta work on them books because they're in that cool college. But as we can see, I watched a lot of these games that went on yesterday. I overanalyzed a lot of teams, also analyzed a lot of teams. But hey, there are things that went on. People are still trying to. I think the seeding, at least for the West, I feel like the seeding is right where it should be. Might be some switches here and there, but I think the seeding is pretty good for the West. As far as the East, man, I think the top three seeds are pretty secure. As far as the rest of the seeds, I have no idea because the East is just so weird. You got like I believe the Hornets are in the 8th spot with a losing record, or is it someone else? I don't know. But hey, weird stuff that happened. Weird stuff that happened, man. But hey, you know me. I'm going to still talk about these games. But without further ado, let's get into these games. Now, the first game I'll talk about is Sixers beat the Pacers, man. Joel Embiid had a nice game. He was talking this shit to Miles Turner, man. Talking, I've been dominating this matchup since I first came to the league. Damn, I don't remember that. I mean, you didn't come into the league until like your third season, man. Let me stop. Joel Embiid has dominated most of the time, most of the matches he's had with Miles Turner. Even though Miles Turner is a great defender, but and probably will be defensive player of the year. Who knows? But Joel Embiid still doing well in me things. I don't believe Tobias Harris was in this game. But they still got a quick W, and at the end of the day, they're still one of the best teams. And they're still the best team in the East when it's all said and done. Hopefully, I don't know if they're still gonna stay that way. Who knows? But at the same time, you still gotta give them their respect, especially since they've been able to do the things that they wanted to do, and without their second leading scorer actually, in Tobias Harris. So yeah, they put in Mike Scott. I just did a quick check. They did put in Mike Scott. So yeah, they're still getting these wins. Pacers, man, the Pacers are in like a little bit of a downward spiral, in my opinion. I don't know why. Domantas Sabonis is still playing pretty well. I don't know why they're on this downward spiral. I mean, he didn't have the best game. I think he had what 15, 9, and 7. He had a pretty decent game. And as far as Malcolm Brown had a pretty good all-around game. So I don't know what is going on with that team. They're on a bit of a downward spiral. I think they're just missing. Obviously, T.J. Warren is not there, so you don't know what's gonna happen with this team. I think one of the Holiday brothers has a pretty nice game. So I don't know what's going on with that team. Might need to start working some things out. At the end of the day, they still got a long road to head until they want to make the playoffs. Next thing I'm talking about is the Mavericks beat the Magic, man. Mavericks Luka Doncic near triple double, man. But like it's the Mavericks, man. They're pretty nice. The Chris Paul Porzingis trades are still kind of going on in a sense, but I don't think they're. I think the Mavericks would be really stupid to trade Chris Paul Porzingis. He's still a great player. Obviously, the numbers aren't the greatest, but he's still a great player at the end of the day. He's still gonna give your ass 20 at the end of the day. So I think it's just that they need to figure out some different roster changes. I mean, I like the team that they have with Dorian Finney-Smith. Josh Richardson was a decent pickup, at least for this part of the season. In the beginning, was pretty trash. Porzingis had a quick 17 and 10 in the last game, so I don't think they should really quit on him just yet. I feel like they got to at least wait till the playoffs if they make the playoffs. But they believe they're over 500 now. Yes, they're over 500, 17 and 16, so I think they should be able to make some different push in the playoffs. Um, this is a team. Luka Doncic getting back into that MVP spot? Who knows, man? He's been carrying. He's been carrying. I'm not even gonna cap. He's been carrying. He had nice game. He had some nice games over the stretch of February. Man, shooting like 47% from three, even though he was complete that dog doo doo in the first couple months of the season. But now he's shooting the ball like it's crazy. I believe he's now 36% from the three on the season. So yeah, that dude doing work. I mean, the Larry Bird comparisons are coming alive again. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if Luka Doncic is like Larry Bird. Me personally, I see similarities, but I also see a lot of differences. So hey, it happens. For the Magic, man, obviously not much to say about this team. They lost. Nikola Vucevic is still grinding, still shining. There's not really much to say about them except, I mean, I think Alfred Camino is still doing work. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Michael Carter Williams, man, has had Nice game, you know what I'm saying? It looked like his rookie of the year self. I'm thinking about doing a documentary on Michael Carter Williams. Should I do a documentary on Michael Carter Williams? I don't really know. I mean, I feel like everybody knows about Michael Carter Williams, like entire, like life, entire, life, and when he was at the Sixers, when he rookie of the year, when he put up insane numbers, ironically similar to LaMelo Ball. But hey, who knows, man? I might do it. Let me know in the comments if I should do a Michael Carter Williams documentary. Who knows? Um, Next thing we'll talk about, the Nuggets beat the Bulls, man. Um, there's always this thing with the Bulls where they always get shit on by big men. Like I was watching this podcast and he was saying how they always get shit on by big men. I was like, wow, and I actually noticed that when Anthony Davis. I remember when Anthony Davis played the Bulls, man. Obviously his hometown, he shit on them, and it was kind of funny to watch. But the Bulls are still a really nice team. I wouldn't count them out of the playoffs just yet. The Nuggets, Nikola Jokic had a big game, a near triple double. I like seeing the stuff from Jamal Murray. He's being consistent finally. Um, the Bulls lost Zach LaVine, still doing Zach LaVine things. Um, as far as like the Nuggets, I feel like they're back. They're trying to get back. I think they're still like the seventh spot. Let me check real quick. I think they're still like the seventh spot. Who knows? Yeah, they're still the seventh spot in the Western Conference. They're 19-15 on the season. So I think they should be able to pick things back up. They're almost on 20 wins. They have to win. They have to get 20 wins at least before the All-Star break. So yeah, things happen and you just gotta have to adapt. Next thing I want to talk about is the Pelicans beat the Jazz, one of the marquee games of the night. The Pelicans are such, like I said in my other videos, man. The Pelicans are such a weird team to judge. Sometimes they'll go crazy and beat your favorite team, and sometimes they'll fall to the Timberwolves. Like it doesn't really make sense to me. I don't understand how they lose these games. But this was another showing of what this potential young group can do. Zion Williamson had a great game. I think he had 26, 10, and 5. Um, Lonzo had a good 20 plus game. I think Brandon Ingram had 20 plus game as well. He's a potential big three in the making, I think. Lonzo Ball has been on his shit, man. He's been shooting 40 something percent from three. He's been back on where people want. People he's now respectable from the 3-point line. People are actually gonna guard him. Um, I like what Sam McGunny did with the Zion Williamson, turning him to like a point forward type of situation where he plays a little bit of the point forward where he's distributing. I kind of like how they did there. I like how Lonzo Ball, even though I think he's in my opinion should be the primary ball handler, is obviously deferring to Eric Bledsoe, who I don't know what's in Eric Bledsoe's mind right now. Um, his team, man, they beat the Jazz. What can I say about the Jazz? I feel like they're starting to come back to earth a little bit. I think they're 3 of their last 6. They're kind of starting. I think they're starting to come back. They've lost 3 of their last 6. I think they're starting to come back to form, come back to the earth a little bit. It's still anybody's race. I mean, at the end of the day, the standings are going to be what the standings are. But I feel like at the first spot, I think it's still a little bit of anybody's race. I still think the Jazz might potentially still win the West, but who knows, man? The Lakers are coming on that come up, man. The Clippers are on that come up. The Suns are on that come up. So who knows, man? They're coming in hot, and I think they have an opportunity to win the West. I think this was just a game where they didn't really make shots. I mean, I think Jordan Clarkson had a pretty good game. Bogdanovich had a really great game. I think he had 31 points. And Donovan Mitchell obviously doing Donovan Mitchell things. Rudy Gobert, I mean, they got out rebounded by a lot. I'm very surprised that they got out rebounded by a lot, especially by how. I mean, Rudy Gobert had I think 9 rebounds. This guy who averages 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't really know. But hey, this is a game that they probably should have won, but at the end of the Pelicans were just a better team. I like how Stanford Gunny has been working around their rotation, trying to get rotations back into shape, which is really good for this team. Next thing I want to talk about is my Nets had a game, man. They beat the Spurs in OT. DeJounte Murray was clamping that ass on Kyrie Irving. It's been a while since I see Kyrie Irving clamped in a while, even though he did still have a big game. Um, I've been seeing things about James Harden trying to be the MVP. In my opinion, no, because obviously there with specific reason what went on in Houston and what went on. I mean, he's in a big three, and even though he's been playing with Kyrie Irving most of the time, he's still part of the big three. So I think that votes defer into the other 3 guys. The Nets are still playing really great. I mean, I mean, they really don't have to play much defense if their offense is this efficient, man. This was a close, but honestly, this was a close game. I really thought Spurs were gonna make a comeback, like a comeback in overtime, because like they're in the end of regulation, they were like progressing and they kept fighting, they kept getting stops, they kept fighting until and getting points at the other end. And Dejounte Murray hit that clutch OT at the buzzer at the end of regulation. So I thought they were on like the onward trend of like winning this game. Obviously, the Nets took over. Kyrie hit some big shots. James Harden hit some big shots. So yeah, this team. Bruce Brown, BB hit some tough shots. So yeah, this team's pretty great. There was obviously no Jeff Green, obviously no KD. So I don't know what's gonna happen when those guys come back. But hey, KD can rest as long as KD should rest as long as he could, and he probably can because he has Kyrie and James Harden there, so he can rest. He can rest all the way to the finals if he really wants to. At the end of the day, man, who knows? The Spurs, man, Spurs game. I'm watching more Spurs games as the season has progressed, man. I love what DeMar DeRozan is doing. I love DeJounte Murray. Jacopo did some good work, even though he did miss those clutch free throws, and yeah, man, this team is really interesting. I like how it's funny. It's funny how LaMarcus Aldridge coming off the bench. Mr. Greg Popovich, the guy. He's still doing great rotations, even in I don't even know what year this guy has been playing or this guy has been coaching. But hey, Greg Pop dude doing Greg Pop things. Next game we'll talk about is the Cavs beat the Rockets. Man, this is a game that I didn't really watch that well. I mean, I know Concerts had a big game. All I can say is the Cavs good couple wins, I guess. The Rockets just suck. I know Victor Oladipo played this game and John Wall played this game together. While it's like the first time I've seen them play together for once. I think they're just missing Christian Wood. At the end of the day, they're just missing Christian Wood. I feel like when Christian Wood comes back, they'll be a better team. But as far as right now, they suck. So not much to say. I'm gonna say about this team. Jared Allen's doing Jared Allen things. So yeah. Last game I'm talking about is the Blazers beat the Hornets, man. Carmelo Anthony back on his shit. He had a mean 29.6 to 10 from downtown. This is a game with Melo versus Melo Man, versus the. So this is a game where LaMelo is still going crazy, man. Still having big games of 36-8. I think he had 36-8. LaMelo, man, rookie of the year. I'm calling it right now. Carmelo Anthony, man, was roasting and roasting. Rocco finally had a great game. I believe he had a great game. PJ Washington didn't really do much, even though he just came off having a 42-point performance, and now he drops 3. So, funny thing, I thought Malik Monk was the 6th man, but he's actually the 7th man. Miles Bridges is the 6th man, which I can understand. But Malik Monk is actually the 7th man. I thought he was going to be 6th man of the year. He could be a 6th man of the year candidate, but I guess not. You know what I'm saying? This is a game where Dame Lillard didn't have the greatest game, but he did have 10 assists with like 20-plus points. So a good game for them, good win for them. They were on like a bit of a losing streak, but the Hornets, the Hornets lost this game. I like the respect that LaMelo and Carmelo had and the game trading their jerseys, man. That was a really fun game. And I liked how things went. It was a good slate of games, man. Tonight will be a better slate of games. I'm very excited for tonight, man. Great games. They're gonna be tonight. I'm definitely gonna film a video tomorrow about it. But end of the day, the NBA, man, All-Star game about to come up, man. I'm definitely gonna do a video about that. Should I do a live stream while I'm watching the game? Who knows? Let me know in the comments. And the All-Star draft, let me know in the comments if I should watch that. But as always, we out. Peace.
Yeah.